said that it was his mother's doing. And since I can't have children, it would be unfair to his mother not to have grandchildren since he was an only child. Hey! Hey, hello. Bussy here. You're welcome, Life Stories. Bussy. I know people have been like, where is Bussy? Like, a lot of people have sent me messages and they've been like, what's happening to Life Stories with Bussy? Have you stopped it? No. Life Stories with Bussy has not stopped. Because as long as people keep on sending their stories, we can't stop. So I wanted you to have a better viewing experience, and so we're doing some things behind the scene, and it kind of was taking too long, and I spent 2 months away, and I just felt, you know what, just continue what you're doing the way you're doing it. Eventually we'll get to that point where you will see what we have been cooking for you, and then you will know that how Bussy has you in mind. I've missed you guys, I've missed engaging with you, I've missed telling these stories. You should see the number of messages I have in my DM and on my WhatsApp. A lot of it. And I was just like, look, Bussy, just try. And a lot of people started sending in messages that, oh, they've not heard their stories, And I just thought to myself, Bussy, do this thing this way until you get to that point. When you get to that point, people would understand what you are trying to do. And so Bussy is back. If this is your first time on my channel, you are in the right place, right channel. Don't swipe, nope, just stay there, because you'll see the reason why you should stay till the end. Okay, so you're welcome. And to my regulars, oh my god, I missed you guys. I missed engaging with you and all that, but I'm back. So today I have a story today, very short story. But before that short story, I have a testimony today, and it's about a story that we were told earlier, sometimes in December last year. I'm going to share a screenshot of our conversation when she sent a message to me, how I responded, what I was led to tell her, and what happened after. And about a year later, she sent me voice notes. In between last year and this year, I've been in touch with her a couple of times. I actually stepped out to go to see her. The lady shared the story of how, because her husband was cheating, she was depressed, she couldn't get up to do things, she didn't have the will to leave, so many things. And I mean, you'll see our conversations, And I remember that I had just 2 words for her. The 2 words were woman that had loosed, and I sent her this picture. And this was her response. She said, this is me. She made a decision that day that she was going to tackle life differently. Sometimes this year I actually stepped out to check on her, and I met her. She was already, building blocks to become a better person, and I was so excited at what I saw. Coming from the lady who sent me all those messages late last year, and the person that I saw when I went to check on her, she had gone a long way. But by the end of this year, which is almost like a year, this lady are gone. As in, I don't know whether you've heard this song by Gaze Baba, Elijah Level. Elijah Level, I want to read you Ferrari law. It's my normal level. I want to read you Ferrari law. When the spirit is upon me, then I think it's plenty chariots they run for my front. But when I begin to run my race, it go be like say I did on stereo. This lady's growth from last year to this year. I mean, you can just listen to what she has to say.
Hi, Mama. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So I was supposed to call you. In fact, I was actually supposed to meet with you. I was planning to probably plan a date with you, but then, okay, so the time has not shown up. Anyway, and then I saw your post this morning, and I'm like, wait a minute. So let me just not wait any longer. Let me just drop this here. First things I like to say, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming through for me about a year ago. I sent you a message on 5th of November. You responded to me on 3rd of December, and that was it for me. Yes, that was it. Thank you for pushing me. I mean, it's been a year, and it's not the same story of what it used to be. So this is it. So thank you for encouraging me to move forward, because of course I was stuck at the time, and you were the one that pushed me to move forward. Like the shift. That picture still in my gallery. I won't delete it for any reason, and I don't know how long I can keep it, but it just has to be there. And yes, after my conversation with you, I thought, um, will I call it medical or mental health help, and the story has not been the same. Okay, so thank you so much. So I want to let you know this, that um I don't know if I mentioned that I was building my own shop, and the shop is going to be completed next week by God's grace. In fact, it's supposed to be completed this week, but something came up.
And I was so excited. Life stories didn't just start because I just wanted to start something. It was more of a burden. It was a burden to uplift women, to actually make them see themselves in a better way, to make them see the worth in themselves, to make them see that they are good. Because for me, I need women to wake up to be who they really are. I keep on telling women that you are powerful. Women are powerful. You just don't know that you're powerful. You are powerful. And you can decide what you want to do with your power. But so many women do not know that they are powerful. Being powerful does not mean that you have to fight of anything. It is wisdom. So I'm so glad that this ended well, or this is ending well. I am so excited at how far she's going. And I just wish her all the best. I got a lot of messages, like I said, but I chose this one because I felt like this woman needed an answer desperately. She says, my name is Remi, and at this point in my life, I don't know what to do. I'm tired of life. I'm sending this message because I'm hoping you can help me. I met Jaiye when I was 18 and he was 26. It was my first love. It made me feel special because I didn't see myself as beautiful, but it showed up and made me feel like the most beautiful girl in the world. My father had a bad drinking habit and would get drunk, get home and beat my mother. I was the oldest and I witnessed a lot of domestic violence. Later, I started trying to rescue my mother from his hand. He would beat us together, he would call me ugly, he would tell me that I'm bad luck, and since we're all girls, he said that we were all useless. He kept saying that I was such an ugly child and that I would never attract a man. Sad. It's sad how a father can say that to his child. Really sad. In secondary school, no boy ever toasted me. So for me, it was a further confirmation of what my father used to say, that I was very ugly. So imagine my joy when a young, handsome man called me beautiful. It made me feel so attractive. Jaiye introduced me to his family, and his mother wasn't really enthusiastic about meeting me because from what I heard, she had been grooming him to marry someone else. Jaiye told me that he didn't love the lady in question and that his mother couldn't dictate to him. I believed what he said. He was staying alone and I practically moved in with him. I'd had 4 pregnancies in the space of 6 years, and he kept saying that he wasn't ready to marry. He wanted us to relocate and he said that a baby will make it so difficult. I was in school and he was footing my bills. He said that a baby would disrupt my education. So I kept getting rid of the pregnancies. The aftermath of the last D&C that I did was really bad. I could have lost my life, and I told him that I will never do it again in my life. So about 2 years ago, I told him that we're not getting younger, and if relocation wasn't going to happen, we should just make our relationship official and start our family. He told me that he was going to inform his mother about this so that she could prepare for the introduction to my family. The woman said she didn't have time for that as she was traveling. I told Jaiye to let us go to the registry, and he said that he couldn't do that without his mom's consent. Later, he said that his mother said I have to get pregnant first. And we have been trying for a child to no avail. A doctor finally gave me the verdict that I have a damaged uterus and might not be able to conceive. Jaiye was in the room when the doctor broke the news. I broke down and I cried, and he tried comforting me. Shortly after that, I just noticed that he changed completely towards me. He became very cranky, shouting at unnecessary things. To cut the long story short, another lady is pregnant for him and they have done the family introduction and they are getting ready for the proper wedding. When I confronted him, he said that it was his mother's doing. And since I can't have children, it would be unfair to his mother not to have grandchildren since he was an only child. Hey! Imagine, used, destroyed, and dumped. That's how I feel. Even if I have to start all over again, who would have me knowing that I can't have children? That Remi, first thing I'll say to you is that I want to say to you, congratulations. I'm sure you think to yourself, what's this lady talking about? Congratulations in this kind of situation. Yes, congratulations. Because you've just been set free. You have just been set free. You don't know the kind of bullets that you dodged. This man wouldn't have married you. He just wanted to use you and he's done that. But guess what? Life has just started for you. You are free, totally free. And going forward from now, I tell you, good things are going to be happening to you. Let me tell you, life just started for you. That chapter with Jaiye is closed. Let him go. It was never the man for you. If it was the man for you, it would protect you. But it wasn't the man for you, so let him go. Sometimes we don't even know what is best for us. We see something and we feel that this might be the best for us. The truth is that the best is still yet to happen. So let him go. That guy wasn't ready to marry you. Because if he was ready to marry you, how many pregnancies? 4 pregnancies within the space of 6 years, and he had the opportunity to marry, but he didn't. His decision to marry another person has nothing to do with whether you can have a child or not. He wasn't ready to marry you in the first place. Right? So, good riddance to bad rubbish. It's gone. Now, I need you to do something for yourself. I need you to affirm yourself every day. There's no definition of beauty anywhere. You see, beauty is within. And you have to be beautiful inside for it to come out. You see some very beautiful people with very, very wicked hearts. You see some beautiful people with a very ugly spirit. Do you get? And so the ugly spirit and the wickedness in their heart, it takes away the beauty. You know, so what I need you to do every day is I need you to affirm to yourself that you're beautiful, that you're a person of worth, that you're worthy to be loved, you're worthy of respect. If you don't get over the fact that your father that was frustrated at that time, because it's only frustration that will make a man begin to call the child ugly. You understand? And I mean, you forgive the man. That was the only way he could lash out at that time. Do you get? So he was frustrated, and in his frustration, he lashed out. You know, so he lashed out and vented his frustration on you people. And he kept on calling you ugly. And you decided to accept the label ugly. The same way you have accepted that label of ugly is the same way you will begin to accept the label of beautiful. You look in the mirror and say to yourself, I am beautiful. I am worthy to be loved. I am worthy to be respected. I'm worthy of good relationships. Because if you don't deal with that, you're going to fall into the hands of the wrong men all the time. That's the truth. I can talk further and I can recommend a therapist to you that you can talk to. People that I consider ugly are the people who have a very bad heart. If you have a very bad heart, you have a very wicked spirit, you're ugly as far as I'm concerned. The same way you have accepted the label of being ugly is the same way you should begin to accept. Now, you need to do a reorientation. You need to do a realignment and begin to call yourself beautiful. Label yourself beautiful. Say to yourself that you're the most beautiful person around. I think you also need to get a second opinion about this damage you trust thing. And even if that is the situation, my dear sister, there is nothing that... See, life is interesting. I'll tell you a story of a lady that I know and her husband. This lady had issues with her fallopian tubes or something. Maybe her tubes, one tube was missing or something. I can't remember very well because this was a while ago. Very well, but I can't remember very well what was it. But she had a problem, and you know there was this guy that really loved her, and then the guy came and he was like, "Oh, I'm in love with you. I'd love to marry you." So the guy was all over her. The guy, you know, was just so much in love with her, and she told the guy, "I'm sorry, I can't be with you, and this is the reason why I cannot be with you, because I have a problem with my womb and I can never have children. And the guy said, I love you. I'm going to marry you and we're going to have children. And even if you don't, I'll still love you. My dear sister, they are married with 4 children. For me, I've heard a lot, I've seen a lot. So, sincerely, there are no limitations. Do not allow anybody limit you. Do not allow any situation limit you. You think you will not find love again because of damaged uterus? Oh, come on. You need to readjust yourself. You need to begin to think differently because there's so many options out there. One, you can adopt. You could marry a divorcee. You could be a widower. There are people out there. You could even be a single man. You could be a single man. Please do not write yourself off when God has not written you off. Please do not think because one man dumped you to go and get married to another person, you think the world has ended. No, your world just started. Celebrate your freedom because it's time for you to know you. When you know you and you come to the realization of who you truly are, you realize that you have settled for less for a long time. I'm telling you the truth. So I say congratulations again because your life just started. Trust me, your life just started. Okay? I'll get to talk to Remi more. But guys, what do you think? As usual, let us meet in the comment section and let us talk about it. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you so much. I'll be here next week by God's grace. So next week, when I come your way again, my name remains Adebusola Daily David. Bye.